Well, welcome back, everybody. I want to first warn you and brace you because the introduction for this video is a little bit long, and I mean 7 minutes. But for the long-time viewers and maybe someone who's new, if you're interested in what's going on with this red 64 big block 4-speed Polara, watch the whole intro and you get an idea. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video, because you're on YouTube watching videos and, well, we're all supposed to be having a good daggone time. So here's to it. Let's put this thing together. Someone is peeking out of the cover, and I think she's ready to get put together. And not just her, but me too. And I bet all of you guys there at home. Jed Scott here with Scott Speed Shop, and I want to welcome you all to a glorious moment. A moment that has taken way too long. But at the same time, it's one of those things that it just takes time when you get into doing a project like this. And well, we ain't giving up regardless of all the hoo-ha and bull crap. And I want to thank you for maybe checking out any of the other videos on the Polara build series, because it's been a long, tumultuous thing to get the car where it is. And if you're not familiar with the car or any of its quirks I'm talking about, the whole playlist, I recommend you go check it out. Anyways, so from the last time I left you, we talked about the dash and all the missing parts and all the theoretical nonsense that goes along with putting the Polara back together. And well, now that we officially have every single part, every single piece that my feeble brain can possibly come up with that requires to make this 400 big block, to all the factory transmission parts, the bell housing, the flywheel, clutch pressure plate, and the original 4-speed that's sitting in our barn, we should be able to put this Polara together. Now let me run you through the whole game plan on how this is going to happen, and hopefully you guys stick along and we'll get to the end at some point. So, a number of moons ago, if you venture back into time with me, we're working on my Chrysler 300 here, and it has a TNT 440 in it. Not actually a TNT 440. This is I think a 1973 or 74 model 440 that was donated to us from Steve at Roustabout Rod and Cycle. A really cool dude wanting to get his channel up and show people tips and tricks and all the little things that he's learned over his many years in life. All the little things that, you know, you can't read in a book. So I highly recommend you go check out his channel. He's a really nice guy, really cool dude, very knowledgeable too. And he donated this engine as a way to get to meet me and do some collaboration work, and we became pretty good friends from it. I like Steve a lot, and I really do appreciate this 440 because it went from being kind of stuck to actually being one of the best running 440s I think I've ever had. Because it just fires right up and it does everything it needs to. Unfortunately for it and me, I can't help it myself, and I keep dragging home new projects because, oh, I live in the mindset of, if it's in front of you and you got the money, you better buy it because you may not get another chance. And for anybody who has seen or hasn't seen anything on our acid dip pro stock body in white 72 Dodge Challenger that was originally equipped with a Sox and Martin Hemi and a 4-speed built by Sox and Martin actually for a customer, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You don't just find that stuff at your corner drugstore. Kind of like our 55, it's still an ongoing project. But anyway, so the reason why I brought up the 300 and its 440 is because we built a little miniature stand to run it on with its transmission. And my dad and I are, this is one of the things that we love doing this because we're engine fanatics. We like seeing engines running. So we have built a number of different run stands, if you're familiar. And that little guy right there is going to be the little run stand the 400 is going to go on. Because my plan is to bolt everything up onto that run stand with the 400 and its 4-speed and basically have it to where you can put it through any gear and operate it and have it all ready to rock and roll. Everything will be tested, everything will be basically checked for leaks, everything should be good. And while we're doing that, the old Polara is going to get a little weight reduction. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, well, don't mind me, I may have actually broke that mirror on that side, but that doesn't matter. Because many, many moons ago, my dad and I stuck this boat anchor of a 383, and I am not going to be apologetic about how I'm going to talk about this engine right here. Because this thing right here basically started this whole downward spiral, and the reason why you guys haven't seen too many updates. especially since we got all the rust fixed and this car's basically ready to assemble. But there was some crap that happened on behind the scenes with people that thought were friends and didn't end up actually being friends. They were just, well, I honestly have no idea what their purpose of trying to get in contact with me was, because it was just bad in every way possible. And I'm not going to disclose any names, go any further, but let's just leave it at, it's better that everything is the way it is now, right now. So we're going to be ripping this boat anchor of a 383 out, because this is the engine we tried to make run that never would run or pop or even light. And I never did the videos on it, but I did take it apart. The heads are just sitting on there, and it's basically worn out. I mean, we got probably 20 thousandths of overbore from cylinder wear. Every single valve guide is worn out. Every valve itself is sloppy, barely holding a seal. And yeah, I mean, we even tried just starting with straight ether. This thing did not make enough compression to even light. And that's saying something, considering our Dodge Hemi has like 7 to 1 and this thing is supposed to be 10 to 1. So anyways, all that crap out of the way, this boat anchor is getting the heck out of here, because that 400 is going to eventually live in here with the 4-speed and everything once again. So we're going to get this crap out of here. And while this crap is out of here, we're going to detail this engine bay, because I kind of wanted to leave it all ugly, but I may not, because that side's really nice. This side, battery blew up at some point, I imagine. So I'm going to address all that. We're going to go ahead and convert this to a dual master cylinder with one of the blocks you can get from Mancini, so it's all factory correct. Like I said, detail this and get all the brakes and suspension and just everything you can imagine in this car, to where basically you can turn the key and hit the starter and it basically fires right up. But the only thing it's going to be missing is the power plant, which would take us maybe a weekend to shove in there. And then, well, the brakes would be done. The engine will run because it will have been on the stand. And basically just like how we put the 300 together, where we took a running 440 off a said stand, dropped it right into the car with the transmission, and then it was all fun and games at that point. So guys, gals, please come along with me and my dad as we put together a car that I really want to see done. And I know you guys do too. So here's to building my 64 Dodge Polara 500 383 big block 4-speed car. Except now it's got a 400. So sorry for the super long introduction, but bear with me, because it's a doozy.
What are you doing today, dude?
Well, Jake here talked me into working on the Polara, I guess.
Jake.
I mean, didn't take a whole lot of convincing.
Not really. Just been waiting months to put on this horribly run dash. Don't look too close to the gloss paint, just make sure you stand far enough back that it's like 40-footer for me.
I think it looks pretty nice.
Good, because it's actually horrible up the close.
Well, nobody looked at the bottom of the dash.
Yeah, this part's terrible.
That's the bottom.
Yeah. So we've been waiting a long time for me to have the motivation to actually take this out of the shop. We just put the vents back in it. We'll probably have to drop the steering column down, and we got all the clips for Mega Parts. Put the dash in because we didn't have any of that hardware. There.
And now it's on the ground.
Now it's on the ground. Just someone.
Dodges love ground parts.
So we're gonna see what we can do. We're getting this dash in there and hopefully not screwing up anything. You gotta narrate the hit.
So this would be what we're going to start out with. The inner workings of a Polara without a dash. Just cool new floorboards all done up. Just a matter of putting her back together. Then I'll have to start in on the brakes on this one.
I wasn't really planning on filming an update, but I went and grabbed the camera anyways. It's in there, folks. You just got to surround yourself with good folk who help motivate you to want to do your stuff instead of people who criticize you and make you just not want to do anything. All right, enough of that soapbox. Let's keep working on the old Polara. Put her back together. Well, this is going to be a completely different update for everybody. Welcome back to the old Polara 500. She's sitting on the trailer because she's almost ready to get something installed that's kind of just really just kind of sucks since the day we got this thing, and that is the lack of a windshield. The amount of early B bodies that have come up for sale and that I've seen and that I bought and have worked on, it's incredible how many of them don't have a windshield or it's broken. So we're going to solve it with this one first off, with getting a new windshield. So I went ahead and got some NOS little windshield tabbies, reinstalled all those. Remember, this is the cowl that did not exist beforehand. I'm kind of nervous about these clips working because this is not the same kind of trough that's over here in the factory area. It's considerably shallower. So I'm hoping clips work there. But all new clips are us there. I know everybody always says to install twice as many, but I don't really see a reason, and it was enough of a fight having to remove all the originals and then getting these ones in. So hopefully next time we all tune in this car, we'll have a dadgum windshield, and that would be just a hell of a nice thing in my opinion. Really, it would. So here's to hopefully last time we see her as this kind of ugly ass project. Well, the weather is definitely not quite what it was when we filmed this a few days ago, where we got a hold of Young Auto Glass in Ottawa, Kansas, and they hooked us up. They got the old Polara all sealed up supposedly, and we're gonna go check that out. We're gonna get the car back, and I gotta say, while we were at Jeremy's shop, I really liked how the Polara looked in his shop because it just looked so much better than sitting outside here. And I thought that was pretty neat. So I'm going to probably throw that little photo in, regardless of what you guys think, right here. Now we're going to rescue the red car, and we're going to bring her back so that we can finally start assembling her. And well, since it is raining, it's good that we now have a windshield in it, because now we can work on getting the back glass installed in the 55. The old Mopar flag is waving proudly because the old Polara is back, and you'll see that daggone nice windshield. Jeremy at Young Auto Glass did a really good job. Brand new precision gasket I was worried about. The new windshield looks killer.
Got your chrome clips.
Yep, we put all the new windshield clips in the other day before we took it there, because basically all of them were disintegrated. So I got to put all the trim back on now because it looks kind of weird without it. Finally put the nutzert in this fender and actually just get started actually putting this whole girl back together. It's been kind of a chore not to want to, you don't really want to do much without the windshield in it, because it's just going to keep raining on your dashboard. It's all beautifully painted and all the wiring, and get tired of cleaning this out. So finally found someone who could do the windshield for us, because the guy we had lined up didn't end up working out. And it actually ended up becoming kind of a whole conundrum just finding someone. So I am extremely thankful to Jeremy again, because not only did he do it cheaply, but he did a great job. And well, like I said earlier, we got plenty of cars that need windshields, because for some reason the car world just has a plethora of cars that need windshields. So, and having a good glass guy is always good. So I'm gonna have to really repaint that door now. Looks like they shined it a little bit, because that door stands out really bad again, especially on camera. Yeah, I'm just gonna abandon it. It ain't gonna roll away. That car doesn't hate me. That red Polara hasn't been a bane of my existence for the past however many years. It's not like it's just gonna roll off on its own and try and attack its owner. That's silly talk. You know what's really unfortunate is when you go to, you know, roll your window up with your window crank, which isn't attached, and you put it on the wrong little spindle gear, and all you can do is open the door. And vice versa. I've used the window crank in this car as a door handle, and I think it might be kind of a neat deal to really bug people out there to just install window cranks. Kind of like that, actually. And then you can put the door handle on the window crank just to really screw with people. You imagine how many people are going to reach for that and try and open? Oh, I'm just kidding. If you guys ain't got a sense of humor about about the old car, you know, I ain't worried about it. It's good to have it all sealed up. All right, well, here's to the rest of the video, whatever it's gonna be. Hopefully you guys enjoy it as we put her together, piece by piece, part by part. We're going to sneak up on Dad, see what he's up to. What you on the hunt for there, Dad?
Oh, I'm just trying to see what I can find.
Oh, you never know what you're gonna find.
Well, I kind of forgotten. I mean, we got all these exhaust studs.
Oh.
And we got a bunch of these self-tapping bolt screws.
Oh, floor pan makers.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, these aren't.
There's that master cylinder bleeding thing that we couldn't find.
One of many.
The Gorilla Tape fixed my chair from Athena.
Well, Dad and I got that accomplished the other night. Feel pretty good about getting that trim on there. That is actually the first time I've ever installed windshield trim and even replaced the little windshield clippies. And everything turned out pretty good. I just noticed, however, this one is a little bit off, but this is also this replacement cowl that my buddy Dan and everybody put in. I noticed that the channel here is a little bit, it's a lot shallower than the factory, but we got all the trim clips in there. The windshield looks fantastic. The trim looks great. And well, we've only got minimal dookie spillage in here now, because it's no longer gonna get water and leaves in there like it was. There's just a little bit of dookie water, but nothing bad. I can live with that. It's better than having to dig leaves out of it every couple of months. But yeah, it's amazing what a little bit of glass will do to a project car. Just really tie it up and get everything looking a lot better. And then the trim, pretty happy with that. Big old shout out to Jeremy at Young Auto Glass. That man did impressive work and did not break the bank. And Dad, thank you for helping with that trim, because that first day I tried doing it out in the rain, that was still kind of silly. My grandpa was right when he drove past, and he said, doing that in the rain's kind of silly. And yeah, and really, I will say, putting on windshield trim, that's more of a two-person job. But got something in the shop we want to show everybody. Well, and that is exactly what we got to show you, folks, is the 404 speed. Everything's mated up. Dad and I took care of that last weekend, and we got all the good new parts from Brewers that you saw us do the little unboxing for. Everything went together almost flawlessly, minus there was one little thing, but we took care of that. It was no one's fault but whoever owned this engine before us and did all the work to it. Not Kirk, the friend we got it from, but whoever put it together previously. But Dad, being the mastermind he is, was able to overcome and adapt, where I was just sitting there laughing in the chaos because I just didn't care. So if you want to see how all this came together, we got a video coming out here about it soon. Just wanted to show you progress on the old Polara, and of course everything is coming together very, very nicely as far as the drivetrain for it. So it won't be long before this bad girl will be running again. We'll hear how she sounds, make sure everything's good and great, because we got a new intake, we've cleaned it up. No, we haven't really done that much to it other than just make it look a heck of a lot better. And stopped an oil leak just a minute ago, actually. Pretty proud of that. Didn't take much.
No.
And so, folks, hope you enjoy the upcoming videos and all the projects and all the progress we've been making, which may not seem like much, but it feels like good progress. So, as always, look forward to you guys watching these videos and enjoying them. And hope you enjoy this one and all the future content. Dad, thank you for always being here to help. So as always, guys, look forward to seeing you in the next one. So as always, take care and
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Dad, you're not actually that short. I think you're standing in a hole.
I look pretty short there.
Yeah, I know. See, isn't that better?
I got my slippers on.
Maybe it's just the whole camera thing screwing with us. All right. Fantastic.